Welcome to Game 5 of the New Zealand Secondary School Underwater Hockey Championships for 2025. We are in Game 5, which is EPSOM Girls Grammar School versus Nelson College for Girls. EPSOM girls are in the white togs, white stick and white caps, and Nelson in the black caps there. So we did a lovely swim there. You can see that clearing by EPSOM girls, just bringing it out to the wall to safe after quite a big attack there by Nelson to start off with. Oh, lovely little possession, just holding onto it, looking for a forward there. So just 1 minute down in this game, and Nelson have got it up in EPSOM's kind of defensive half, but they are still going. Okay, so all the players went up then because they thought it was a ref's call, but it was the other court. So you can see that EPSOM player stayed down and was like, should they make a go? But quickly tackled by Nelson. You can just see this lovely support by Nelson. They're just looking for those players, turning, passing it back. But that was a lovely little knockdown by, I think, EPSOM number 2, just knocking down that pass and splitting it through. And as you can see, we've had a ref's call against EPSOM for, I think there was gloving. So while she came through to knock down that pass, she obviously just hit it with her glove rather than her stick. So Nelson will have an opportunity here to attack right in front of that goal bin while EPSOM will be hard on defence. Oh, you can just see that girl's caught on her fin. Out to that wide player. Nice and strong. Again, that same little turn back from that Nelson player looking for a supporting player. That just gives them a bit more possession, a bit of space, find their friend. Oh, and look at that. Lovely flick into the goal bin. 2 forward friends together. So even if someone came and hit her, she had a friend there to help finish it off. But that was some beautiful control there by Nelson, just holding that possession and a lovely pass up to the forwards with a friend there putting in the goal bin. So that is 1-0 now to Nelson girls. They'll be happy with that start. Let's see what EPSOM can do to come back and counter. So a big strike here off the start. Both teams starting at either end, swimming towards the puck. Lovely little dummy there by Nelson, number 11, laying it back to number 3 from Nelson. And it's just driven over to the wall. You can see that EPSOM supporting player coming down. Oh, tried to bring it down, and Nelson locking that back down on the wall. Just moving a little bit forward. Oh, popping that out, and that Nelson player is down to do that swim. But she's going to need some support because there is some EPSOM girls down on the bottom. Oh, that was a lovely little save. Just wasn't quite able to keep it on their stick. And Nelson round that corner, and that puck is in the goal bin again. We'll just wait for the ref signal. And that is another goal for Nelson. You can see how Nelson, reflective of the coaches down there. We've got some amazing coaches down there that have included coaching New Zealand teams. You can just see that kind of calm and collectedness. They're not in any hurry. They're just controlled, playing their game, and then looking for those gaps to put that puck in and finish it off with a goal. So we have another strike here. There was a good win there by EPSOM, nice and strong and flat, and we can see it's just pushed out to the other side. Nelson are making a break, but it was stopped, but they've just laid it back to that supporting player. I will say EPSOM's got some lovely positioning. They are managing to intercept quite a few passes there from Nelson, but she's made a break, big 45 swim. She's stopped by number 7 there by EPSOM, but she has a supporting player trying to flick it back in and just slid in. That was some nice work by Nelson. A little bit unfortunate those 2 EPSOM defenders were there, and that puck, I think, just slipped under their body where they couldn't quite see it. So they couldn't quite get their stick on that to save that and swim out. But there was some good numbers there by both teams. We can see EPSOM girls subbing there. So they have a full team. We've got 6 players playing in the pool, and those 4 subs, or up to 4 subs on the side of the pool. So they'll kind of sub in fresh players after each goal, and they can also sub during the game, kind of rolling in and out as needed. Nice and flat from Nelson at this strike. Big drive up on that 45-degree angle. Trying to turn it in just before they get to the wall. Oh, she's driven it all the way up to the corner, just managing to roll EPSOM there. Although the corner in attack is not necessarily the favourite place to be. And again, so you can see EPSOM putting it back in that corner, looking to drive it out. And Nelson's probably quite happy with this. They're going to just wait for that puck to come out and then look to drive it across the pool. There we go. Flick out. Oh, intercept again by the EPSOM player. Just needs to get a slightly stronger body position. Lovely turn there by number 3 and into the goal bin. Beautiful work by number 3 from Nelson there. Nice control. All right, there's a fresh subs getting in. Shout out to the lovely chief referee, Matt Hart. Orange is your colour, sir. Oh, that was an advantage puck. No goal. Sorry, number 3. Wasn't so great. Oh, big power coming in, driving it to the wall. Can see some really nice puck skills as they're just moving that puck on the bottom, keeping that possession. Big flick up to her friend. She's there, but the EPSOM player is on the other side, but just managed to do another layback and drive. Oh, that went into the goal bin, but let's just double check and watch our referee. I'm not sure if that, yeah, perfect. All right, that is a goal. Now it's 4-0 to Nelson with just over 3 minutes to go in this first half. So this is the first game for both teams this tournament, so they'll be both feeling fresh, but maybe a little bit of tournament jitters as they settle in. It's a new pool for both teams. They probably, well, Nelson would have played here at the Central Schools qualifying tournament to qualify for this, but these Auckland girls from EPSOM, unless they were at Nationals last year, this could be the first time that they've played at this pool. So it does take a little bit of difference, getting used to the different pool bottoms and tiles, pool temperatures, but so this will be a little bit of a game just to also be getting used to the surfaces and playing in. But they all would have done a lot of team prep. Right, so again, that's just been cleared out to that side, into the corner, but it is against EPSOM, I think, for a stick infringement. So they are being pushed back, and Nelson will have a chance to attack here in an advantage puck. It's still a little bit off to the side. They're not quite in front of the goal bin. So we'll see if they try and drive straight for that corner or look to come out a little bit wide and go into that goal bin front on. Big drive forward, passing it a little bit out. Oh, lovely intercept there. You can see those EPSOM girls shooting out, just managed to intercept that, and that was some really nice play stopping that, but we've managed to keep possession for Nelson, and another drive onto the back wall and into the goal bin.
No goal.
No goal, so that is good, and it's against Nelson for a foul. Okay, EPSOM will be happy with that. They just countered that advantage puck against them really nicely, and now they have a chance for their own advantage puck. So I'm sure the teams will have been practicing some set plays here. They'll be looking to take control, and this will really give EPSOM a chance to have that possession and control the game and really try and get it out of their defensive half. Starting nice and early, big drive out. She's done a little pop-up to her friend, but she's following it through. We go in our number 3, nice and strong. Big swim round wide. She's going to do a layback to her supporting player and look to try and cut back in. So captain, big pass out. Was intercepted. Oh, these turning tackles from Nelson are just glorious. Nice and strong. You can see they're just happy to use that whole court space, happy to swim up wide and then looking to lay back and just constantly having those support numbers there. Oh, little tussle there. Nice work, EPSOM there, number 12. Just managed to get it off her stick. Just taking it to the wall to safety, turning, laying it back to a friend. And that is a beautiful drive. Turning, keeping it. Not sure if that's number 7 or number 1, but that was some beautiful work by EPSOM, and she got it up to her forward friend. They're continuing this attack. Can see Nelson don't quite have that control and support as they did. It's almost 4 seconds to go. And she's just stopped it now, looking for a friend. Big flick up, and that is half-time. All right, so half-time score is 4-0 to Nelson girls, so they'll be happy with that. But that last little play in those last minute or so from EPSOM was excellent. If they can keep that up in the second half, I think that will make it a very competitive second half for both teams. All right, I'll leave you in peace and come back and join you in the second half. All right, strike for the second half. Both teams nice and flat, nice and strong. It's kind of staying there, but we can see EPSOM making that drive and breakdown through. Work by number 5, trying to get it to a teammate, but lovely. Number 5 from Nelson just pushed it through to a friend. She's got buddies. Big swim there. And love. Oh, yep, there we go. Went in. That's why we always follow our flicks, people. Make sure it goes in the goal bin. Right, 30 seconds into the second half. Nelson back on the scoreboard. So it's now 5-0 to Nelson girls in the black caps and sticks with our little pink stripes there you can see on the screen, and EPSOM girls grammar in the white caps, white sticks. So we can see some really nice moments from EPSOM girls, but they just need to link them all together to be able to kind of really push through and make that break on Nelson. Nelson girls are very good, really strong formation and team play, so it's hard to find a little bit of a weakness and gap to break through is not always easy, so they will need support. But you can see EPSOM locking it down the wall, doing a big drive. I think Nelson will be looking to try and spin this off. You can see that Nelson player just sitting out wide, hoping that puck comes through. Beautiful skills there. EPSOM is driving it in, trying to have that control and continue to just make ground. This is quite good, just slow and steady, looking to slowly make time and time, but we've had a ref's call. And looks like they're pushing Nelson back, so it'll be an advantage puck for EPSOM. big drive. You can see all those players down in support, and Nelson have just cleared it out to the wall and making a drive down that far wall. You just see those numbers just constantly rotating, popping up for air, rotating back down in support. And lovely drive off on that 45 by Nelson, flicking up to a supporting player. Looks like it's just been turned off by EPSOM girl, and they're back taking it out to the corner. Again, they'll need to keep that possession there. Nelson are happy to kind of wait on that wall. You can see a player will kind of sit there and then look to just swim that out on that 45 when they go. But, oh, little break here. There's a bit of a gap. Just knocked down, yeah, and here we go. That 45-degree swim, pass up to her forward. They didn't quite come out in front of the goal bin, so it's just down that back wall as they're trying to push it, which makes it easier for a little bit of defence. Oh, that was a beautiful save. That was just a little bit of a punch pass, trying to shunt that into the goal bin, and just turned off on the lip of the goal bin by EPSOM. I'll be really happy with that. And see another attack, big flick in, and this time it has gone in. Some beautiful work. You can just see EPSOM trying to clear it out to safety, going out to that wall, out to the side wall and corner, and then those Nelson girls just trying to bring it back off, driving on those kind of 45-degree angles back towards the goal bin, and then it is just a bit of a timing thing to get those rotations going and those numbers coming down. We'll say we can see Chantal Brosnan, current New Zealand elite women's player on the side of the pool, supporting living up here at uni in Wellington with us. So she'll be secretly cheering on a lot of different teams. Right, lovely play here. A break drive down that wall and a layback to a supporting player. And she's looking to cut out in that angle, but there's those Nelson players there, so it's a bit of a hard push. You've got to keep going. She's got a friend there, but just turned off, tried to sleep it back. Some really good numbers here by EPSOM, but it's just broken down, and Nelson got that pace, making that big break. Awesome work keeping possession for a supporting player to come through. Beautiful tackle there by EPSOM girls. Sorry, I just didn't get the number there, but just managed to stop that momentum. She's going to need a few more people there. 5 minutes to go. See, lovely support. Getting it to a friend. Oh, it's right on the goal bin. Oh, nice. And that has gone in. We'll just make sure that the ref's calling it. Yep, so that is a goal. Another goal for Nelson. Some beautiful support play there. You can see that player was just on that corner trying to get it in. And at that last second, her supporting player, you could see their stick come on at the end. So she had a friend there to help make sure that that got finished off. There we go. You can see the Nelson coach just giving a few words of wisdom out. Got a notepad in there to record what she's seeing for team talks later. Beautiful strike. Nelson winning that strike, pushing out on the angle. She was stopped, but we've still got that forward momentum. This has worked quite well for them. They're able to gain a bit of space on that wall. You can see EPSOM had it, but was waiting for a supporting player, and Nelson just took advantage of that, kept that drive. Again, it is on that wall. Nelson will bring it out. Here we go. Little tackle, flicking out. Again, EPSOM are doing a really good job of intercepting those passes when they're there. But it is one-on-one. Oh, and just slipped round. You can see those two EPSOM girls player were focused on the play with the puck, but she just turned and laid it in and put it in the goal bin behind the defenders' players' fins. So beautiful play there. And we're coming in. 3.5 minutes left. 8-0 to Nelson. Go. Subs getting out. They would have just done a bit of swimming there. Rest their legs before the next bit. And they'll be back in again. Nice fast strike again. EPSOM just getting it first. Pushing on the angle. And looking to kind of come down that middle. Oh, almost a triple turn there. EPSOM girls have just driven it off to the wall. But again, a counter-attack by Nelson. Big flick up. Just need a bit stronger body position by the Epsom girls there to really be able to put in some of those hits. Right, lovely layback, and she's making a break, but she's just been turned off. Good support by Epsom there. Those supporting players just driving it round to the side. And we're back on this mark. So Epsom will need to work out. Nelson do quite happy to attack from that point. So Epsom really need to get their numbers there to help and break that out. Otherwise, that's what's going to happen. There's going to be a gap. Nelson's going to take it. Big flick out. Oh, beautiful save there. Oh, I just missed that cap number. Lovely save there by Epsom girls, just saving that, flicking it out to the wall. But unfortunately, it wasn't quite the team support, and Nelson were able to bring that back and pop that into the goal bin. And that is another goal. All right, and it's now 9-0, minute 45 to go. Both coaches will be wanting their teams to stay strong. We don't want Epsom to kind of give up. They need to keep pushing through, working together as a team, making life easy for themselves. And Nelson will just want to keep finalising that big flick on the straight, and she's just driving all the way through. So he'd managed to kind of stop there and get control, but she's got the players coming through. Can see Epsom trying to stop it, but they're just not quite gaining possession of the puck, which is making it harder. And oh, there we go, number 7, beautiful pick up, clearing it out to the wall. Hi, ref. There we go, turn, flicking it to that supporting Nelson player. Big flick out. She's got 2 supporting players wide. Let's see, she's gone past goal bin, turning it back in. And it looks like it's gone in. And that is a goal. So I think there's going to be one more strike, just enough time. Nelson or Epsom will have to basically swim straight through on that strike, non-stop through to the goal bin to be able to score another goal in this, but there'll be at least another bit of play. All right, I'm going to leave you for the last 20 seconds because I need to get in the pool, but tune in for the next one.